Welcome to the B2B Digital Marketer Podcast, a podcast helping you to end your struggle with digital marketing, helping you to pave a new and better path to target and capture your ideal customer. Each week, we teach you how insiders and experts debunk the dreary and become engines of innovation. Now, here's your host, Jim Rembach.
So what is the B2B Digital Marketer Podcast all about? So what's in it for you? Well, for me, my journey in B2B digital marketing started 20 years ago. And so for you, I think it would be important to know things that you would want to avoid along the path. And it doesn't matter if you're an individual marketer or whether you're in charge of the sales organization, the marketing organization, revenue, or operations for that matter, even client success. Because when you start talking about the integration and the need in order to be able to both capture people, to be part of your target base, identifying those, to get to an actual conversion in a sale. That particular process is multifaceted and quite different in the B2B world than anywhere else. And oftentimes people think digital marketing just can't be effective. A lot of times people think that you can take things from B2C and apply them to B2B. And some you can, some you should never. And how do you figure all of that out? Well, to navigate all of that is extremely difficult. And it's unique to your organization, your product, and your particular target as well. So the formula, if you were thinking about it from an analytic perspective, and maybe you're an analytic solution provider, you know the variables are immense, as well as the weighting of those particular variables and how they will impact your success. But here's what we know. Marketing is really something that should enable a sale to be presented that is easy to convert. And that pathway is unique. And what you have to do is educate yourself in order to be able to navigate those waters. So what are we talking about? Paid ads? Are we talking about, actual content? Are we talking about lead magnets? Do you need to have a particular tripwire? Oftentimes what I see is I see solution providers spend money and then send people to a request to have a demo. That should never happen, but that's what we see happening all the time. How do you stand out, make a difference, and really drive your sales funnel that converts? You don't want people just sitting out on top and be apathetic. Apathy is your worst enemy. The old adage of how much is being leveraged in your marketing budget and how much return are you getting for your marketing budget has to be more succinct. The old adage used to be, and can't be anymore, that half of my marketing budget works. I just don't know which half. So there's an advantage to those who know how to navigate the waters, how to use analytics in order to be able to impact their business, how to actually take client experience and client engagement and feed it back into the marketing process and emotionally connect with your target and build a brand that they feel is trusted. That is why the B2B Digital Marketer Podcast has been created. I've spent almost 20 years in B2B digital marketing. And it's one reason why I have certain issues in regards to losing my hair. But let me tell you, it doesn't have to be that way for you. It absolutely doesn't. So we have an amazing list of guests that we've already lined up and that we're going to continue to line up for you on the B2B Digital Marketer Podcast. And here's the difference is, like I said, we're going to focus in on you and all that you have to deal with in regards to those longer sales cycles. Those sales cycles when you're trying to sell solutions, and those sales cycles last anywhere from a couple months to some of you, even a couple years. How can you shorten that? How can you find your prospects, your target prospects, and your ideal customers faster? That's what the B2B Digital Marketer Podcast is going to provide to you. Now, here, we don't have all the answers either. Your needs and what you need to have as answers is something that you have to provide to us. What do you need help with? We've got an ever-increasing network of very special and gifted marketers, digital marketers in all aspects, not just B2B, but that can help B2B digital marketers so that you can find results faster. I shouldn't say find, quite frankly, should I? I should say target and obtain results faster. And that's what we're here for, the B2B Digital Marketer Podcast. So here's what we need for you. Is in order to increase our reach and make bigger impact, I need you to go to iTunes and subscribe, rate, and review the B2B Digital Marketer podcast. That's how we can make a bigger impact, and so that more of us can actually get the insights from other folks in order to be able to grow and improve our conversion rates, right? And it's all about conversion. So it's not just about making noise, it's about making a difference. And so hopefully we can do that for you at the B2B Digital Marketer podcast, because that is our goal. And if I'm not obtaining that, you need to let me know and need to give me an idea of what will help you. So again, go subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes, the B2B Digital Marketer podcast. I appreciate it greatly. And you never know when you might be featured on the B2B Digital Marketer podcast as well for the things that you've learned, because here's what is true. It's a journey, and we're learning a lot of things along the way. So like for me, I'm focused in right now on using a lot of interactive video for my clients because it's more engaging and it pulls people in. And there's other things that we found that are more successful than others. And we may not have realized that unless we've done some testing. So doing what we're doing today isn't necessarily what we should be doing tomorrow. But what is it? That's what the B2B Digital Marketer podcast can help you do, because I've had a 20-year journey in B2B digital marketing. I hope to have 20 more. I don't know if I have it left in me, but I'm sure going to try because I enjoy it. It's a puzzle, right? And it's a puzzle that can be solved, and we can get our answers by leveraging the insights and experiences of others. So my pathway and journey should not be like yours. It's been challenging. I've had to learn a lot of things along the way. I've had to jettison things that quit working. I've had to stick and stay with certain things that ultimately paid off. And when you start looking at, the overall effect that we all can have on commerce and sales and conversions, it is significant today more than it's ever been. A lot of organizations are even eliminating their sales groups, and I'm not advocating that in any way, shape, or form, but what they have done is found it so easy. I don't want to say easy. I shouldn't say that. They have found the right formula for them in the marketing side to not just create the brand and get the leads, but also do the conversions. They've made it a lot easier. Now, while I could say that is something that you could achieve and obtain, but I don't know, because again, it's unique to you. That's why you need to keep listening to the B2B Digital Marketer podcast, because you never know when that piece of information that you are able to capture pays off. So go again and subscribe, rate, and review to the Digital Marketer podcast, the B2B Digital Marketer podcast on iTunes. And I appreciate it. And I look forward to hearing and seeing your thoughts and ideas, and maybe you on an episode soon. Take care.
Thank you for joining us. Go now to join the B2B DM gang in the B2B Marketer LinkedIn group, where you can connect with other B2B DM disruptors and get access to our B2B DM cheat sheets, checklist, and guides. While you're at it, if you found value in this show, please help by going to iTunes to rate, review, and subscribe. And share the show on all of your digital platforms. Be sure to tune in next week for our next episode. And always remember, you can automate your lead capture, but you must lure your lead.